All right, so get this. Buckle up, because today we're diving headfirst into Alana's adventure, the eclipse of Nebula-5.
Oh, yeah, I know this one. Time travel, a collapsing star system, pretty high-stakes stuff.
Yes, putting it mildly. We're talking about a whole star system on the verge of winking out of existence. Poof, gone.
And our girl Alana has to figure out a way to stop that from happening.
It's a good thing she brought her A-game, and by A-game I mean tech from the year 3000. I mean, can you imagine?
I mean, who knows what kind of gadgets they'll have by then? Flying cars, teleportation devices, self-folding laundry.
A person can dream, right? But speaking of gadgets, Alana's got this jacket.
Oh, the jacket with the glowing thread.
Yeah, that's the one. Talk about making a statement. But it's not just about fashion, is it? This jacket is functional too.
Oh, yeah, it's packed with tech. It's like having a mobile command center woven into your clothes.
So here's Alana, decked out in future fashion, landing in the middle of a cosmic crisis.
Right, and she's not just there to sightsee, she's on a mission. You know, she's this time-traveling envoy, hopping from one era to another, one civilization to the next.
Always learning, always trying to understand how different beings tackle their problems.
Yeah.
But saving a whole star system, that's a pretty big problem.
It's a big one, and it all comes down to this unstable star at the heart of Nebula-5. It's throwing off these massive solar flares like cosmic temper tantrums.
You'd be throwing temper tantrums too if I was a dying star.
Yeah, but these temper tantrums are threatening to wipe out every planet in the system. It's a chain reaction, you know, one big solar flare, and it's all over.
So where does Captain Ira come into all of this?
Well, she's the one in charge of the Star Watcher, the main battle cruiser. She's tough, she's seen it all, and she's not about to trust some stranger from the future.
Even if that stranger's come to save them all.
Especially then. Think about it. You're in charge of the safety of an entire civilization, and then some person pops up out of thin air claiming to have all the answers.
Yeah, I can see how that might cause some friction. So how does Alana convince Captain Ira to let her, save the day?
Well, it's not easy. But remember, Alana's been doing this for a while, jumping into different worlds, different crises. She knows how to win people over, how to present her ideas.
And her idea this time is pretty out there. I mean, we're talking about dark matter synthesizers and quantum fluctuations.
Hold on. Let's break this down a bit for our listeners. So dark matter, right? It's like this invisible glue holding the universe together. We can't see it, can't touch it, but it's there. It has mass, it has gravity, it's affecting everything.
Okay, I'm following so far. So what about these quantum fluctuations?
Well, you know how everything in the universe at the very tiniest level is always buzzing with energy? Well, these fluctuations, they're like little hiccups in that energy field. And in the case of Nebula-5's dying star, these hiccups are causing some serious problems.
So Alana wants to use the Star Watcher's dark matter synthesizer, which is already a pretty advanced piece of tech, to somehow absorb those quantum fluctuations.
Exactly. She's basically trying to smooth out the wrinkles in the fabric of space-time, at least around the star. It's brilliant, but incredibly risky. Nobody knows if it'll actually work.
And they're working against the clock, right? The next solar flare cycle could hit at any moment.
Imagine the pressure. They're racing through the ship, dodging crew members, trying to get to the engine core where the synthesizer is. It's like a high-stakes obstacle course with the fate of a star system hanging in the balance.
I can picture it. The engine core, all those pulsing lights and swirling energy fields, and right in the middle, this massive dark matter synthesizer humming with power.
And Alana's right there in the thick of it, recalibrating frequencies, rerouting power conduits. It's like watching a conductor lead an orchestra, except the music is the energy of a star.
It's a pretty awesome visual. And in the end, it works. They stabilize the star. The solar flares subside. The system is saved. But it makes you wonder, right?
About the ripple effects, of course. Messing with something as fundamental as dark matter, even with the best of intentions, who knows what kind of consequences that might have.
And that's what makes this story so compelling. It's not just about the adventure, the cool tech, the action. It gets you thinking about the bigger picture.
It reminds us that even the most brilliant solutions can have unforeseen consequences. But it also shows us that sometimes the key to solving a problem is looking at it from a completely different perspective.
Like Alana, coming from a future where who knows what kind of problems they've already solved.
Exactly. She brings a fresh perspective, new ideas, and it makes you think, what about us? What problems are we facing today that might need that kind of outside-the-box thinking?
Climate change, social inequality, the list goes on. Maybe we could use a time-traveling envoy of our own.
Well, we might not have time travel yet, but we do have each other. We have different perspectives, different experiences. And who knows, maybe by sharing those perspectives, by working together, we can come up with solutions as creative and daring as Alana's.
Well, on that note, I think we've reached the end of our deep dive into Alana's adventure, the eclipse of Nebula-5.
A journey through time, space, and the mysteries of dark matter.
We explore the power of technology, the importance of collaboration, and the idea that even in the face of overwhelming challenges, there's always hope.
As long as we're willing to keep searching for solutions.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us on this cosmic adventure. We'll catch you next time for another deep dive.